Oh man, this volume got super intense, and there's going to be a huge whirlwind of change once again. Oh, a little warning though. If you only watch the anime version of Ascendance of a Bookworm, you should probably turn away now. Like, this volume takes place, like, far ahead in the story. Like, if they kept making more seasons, then this would be the equivalent of, like, the ending of Season 5. So, yeah. Welcome back to Bad Anime Decisions. I'm Anya Archer, and today we will be reviewing Part 3, Volume 5 of Honzuki, aka Ascendance of a Bookworm. I wanted to have this up before Part 4 was released, but things never go according to plans, do they? As always, I'll have links to buy the books below, and I really recommend you do so, since this is one of my top favorite light novel series ever. I'll try my best not to spoil anything from this volume in the beginning, and I'll give another warning when I talk about it in more detail. So this is the final volume of Part 3, and wraps up the adopted daughter arc. And like the ending of each part, a lot of things hit the fan at once and there's a huge overhaul of the status quo. There were a lot of things foreshadowed in the volumes leading up to this, and many of them came to clash together. Some things met my expectations, and some other things completely betrayed me. There's also so much heartbreak for me in this volume too. But a lot of it's really cool. We get to see so many of the other characters. I previously grew rather fond of our little airhead Angelica, and this volume she got to be cool and in the spotlight. Just look at how dashing she is on the cover. She was introduced a long time ago, but she always had way less screen time than the other knights, so I'm happy to get to see more of her in the previous volume and this one. Especially as she got that funny mana blade. Bonifacius was mentioned briefly before, and now we get more of him too. They said that he could kill mine accidentally just by being near her, and well, let's just say, he's intense and hilarious. I like him a lot. And Charlotte finally makes her appearance. She's so cute. Super cute. Nothing can possibly match how adorable she is. When reading about her, I just want to roll around on the ground and squeal. She's such a pure-hearted little angel, and for once, mine is in the position of being older and trying to protect someone else. And in stark contrast, Wilfried be a little bitch again. This volume also had a few little tidbits that remind you about mine's old family, and it made me cry a little bit. Small tiny musings for the past like that can sometimes be way more impactful to me than a big grand sad scene. Speaking of her old family, we also get lots of side stories about other members of the cast. Some of them were bitter and sad to me, and some of them I was kinda disappointed in some characters. But overall, it was very interesting to see how everyone else is changing. Many characters grew up so much over the course of the series and gives like a large sense of scale to the world and all the lives being impacted. It really feels like the world is actually alive. There's no rest for the wicked either, or rather, no rest for the Gutenbergs. I'm going to dive into more details and spoilery stuff, so if you haven't read this volume yet, pause the video and come back after you do. Ready? Okay. Oh god, when mine was asking her father to tell stories for her to collect, and he made up the story about mine being kidnapped by Fey Beasts, but Tuli and Camille brought her back successfully and they lived happily together after. Like, I tried so hard. Like, it was just a short and casual segment, but that made it hit even harder. Even on my second read-through, since I always reread the second to latest volume to prepare for when a new release comes out, for my favorite light novels, the tears started flowing right away when I reached that part. And then the part where Wilfried got grilled by everyone else was pretty cool too. I like parts where the big masterminds, or really just Ferdinand, get into discussions, and having mine be a part of it and providing insight just makes it better. I like political intrigue and plots and scheming and stuff. Mine finds it scary when Ferdinand is sinister, but I love that shit. And then, oh man, the baptism ceremony and the kidnapping. It was foreshadowed pretty well on the cover of the volume with some bands of light around mine and Charlotte, and Angelica and Bonifacius going berserk. When I only saw the pre-order thumbnail a few volumes ago, I thought it was going to be mine with Philline, since I want to see more of mine's potential ally and fangirl, but Charlotte is so unbelievably cute that it's all okay. It's so funny how in the end she starts worshipping mine as a goddess. She's so adorable when she's trying so hard to take mine's place and then getting sad about it. I just want to hug and comfort her and tell her it's okay, it's not your fault, it's just that your sister is fucking insane! I also really look forward to Angelica and Bonifacius' new trading relationship. They're both dumb but lovable muscle brains, and combining them together is probably going to exponentially increase the goofiness like some kind of muscle twin drive system. Like, wee! Bonifacius' intense training, plus how she looks so delicate and young, Angelica might end up being a super weapon that catches enemies off guard. That'll be fun. I was wondering how they were going to move on to the next arc, since they were hinting pretty hard that the Royal Academy would be the next big stage, but mine was still officially 2 years away from enrolling. So, coma time skip! Problem solved! Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. It's actually pretty cool, and everything lined up pretty well, so it didn't feel like a cop-out or anything. Like, it made good sense. After reading it again, you see how much mine pushed for the Jurif to be made, and in hindsight, everything only turned out as safe as it could because they had the Jurif prepared ahead of time. She quite literally saved her own butt there. We also see more of just how much Ferdinand cares about mine, even though neither of them realize it themselves. I'm looking forward to how things change 2 years later, and how mine will go on a rampage at the academy, especially since she's healthier now. I was sad that the Jurif didn't restore her health completely since I was looking forward to it, but on the other hand, part of what makes Honzuki so funny and charming is the limitations placed on mine, so I guess this is kind of a compromise. Speaking of that 2-year gap, I really like all the short stories from different perspectives about what happened. The parts with her attendants and Lutz and Tuli working hard were all heartwarming to see. I wonder if Lutz and Tuli would end up becoming a couple or not. Everyone's growing up so much and moving forward. It was nice that things worked out for Woke and Karya, and then even Hugo and Ella got hitched. I was really sad about Daniel and Bridget though. I rooted for them so hard, I really wanted to see them together. I thought it was all going to work out, but it broke my heart that things turned out that way. I also thought Bridget would have more loyalty towards mine too. Like, I knew she loved her home, but mine also did so much for Ilkner. Huh, oh well. Anyways, I finally finished this review so I can finally go read part 4. Yay! If you like this video, please give it a like, and subscribe for more weeb stuff like light novels and anime figures. And let me know what you think about Honzuki. Did you read this volume yet? Are you waiting for more? I'll see you next time, and as always, anime was a mistake.